Okay, so you set your thermostat and you hear the furnace turn on, but after a couple of seconds, it does not heat. So you're freaking out and you run up to the furnace and you see the light blinking 3 times. Now look down near that light and you should see this little paper, and it basically says there's oxide buildup on the flame sensor. So go next to that, instruction, you know, LED indicator thing, and you're going to look at the 4 burners, and there's going to be a flame sensor. So I'm touching it here. There's going to be a wire going into that. So I'm trying to take the flame sensor out, but I notice I don't have tools and there is a bolt on there. So I tried to improvise. So I actually thought that, it was the flame sensor, and it kind of looks like an Allen key. I'm going to try to show you now. But it's actually not, because the flame sensor is actually clean, because the flame kind of like burns everything off. The problem was that everything that burned off, like dust or whatever sediment, kind of like creates a pile because it's actual like physical stuff. So thankfully the machine, I don't know, I'm not an HVAC technician at this time, but there's a sensor in there that basically keeps bad things from happening. I'm sure there's a bunch of consequences that may happen. I'm just showing you the bolt in case you have the proper tools. I don't, but see that pile that's under the flame sensor that looks like an Allen key? That's the problem. And so the furnace is turning off, and on my furnace, 3 indications equals there's oxide buildup. So that is the oxide buildup on the bottom, and the flame actually comes in contact with that, so it shuts off for safety reasons. So I did not have any tools, and I really just came up with a roll of paper towel and diluted bleach and water. Now I initially just tried to fit my hand back there, but it's really tight, so I really can't show you, and I also can't fit my hand back there. So I'm just wiping off the actual flame sensor that looks like an Allen key with plain paper towel, trying my best not to get paper towel fibers caught on anything, because that's the last thing we want, is burning paper towel in the furnace. Also, I am really desperate because I was really like panicking because I did not want to hire a technician to come out and pay what, $75 to $100 to basically clean it off. So I'm desperate and I am risking my life. Please do not ignite your house or in your life with flammable products like this bleach that is diluted, okay, or any other chemicals, okay. You're really just supposed to go back there with like a steel brush or whatever and scrape it off. Or if you have a vacuum, that's great too, or air compressor, which is kind of risky as well, because those air canisters are aerosols that have chemicals that are flammable as well. But I took the chance because I was in winter, and well, at the time of this video, it's winter and I need my heat. So I'm like, dealing with desperate measures. So now you see me just blowing up a storm and making myself have an asthma attack, just trying to get the extra dust off and paper towel fibers, so that it's not left back there to blow up anything, okay? So my method was that I would get a little bit of the water and bleach on the paper towel, not a lot. I'm not soaking it, because if that paper towel tears off and it sits back there, then we're all screwed, right? So I just wanted the moisture, the little moisture from the paper towel to absorb whatever dust, debris, or anything I can catch very gently, so that I would clear out as much as I can. So sorry for the angle, it is really tight, but I'm gonna show you, that is the oxide buildup. I was making progress because when I looked at the paper towel, it was stuff on there. So I'm just blowing for really no reason at all, but I'll show you that it did. So the flame sensor was clean, but look at that pile is basically gone. Okay, it's not going to be perfect. Also, it would help if, like I said, you had a stick with a steel brush, a vacuum, something to suck the extra debris up, because I was trying to blow out that corner. But I really didn't want to inhale that. And you see I'm trying to fit back there with the paper towel. Look, there's sharp screws, so be careful not to cut yourself. It's really easy to, or tear a piece of paper towel or whatever you're using. So I was just taking my time. Take your time. And then once you're done, you'll see the light blink, but don't be alarmed. It's just there from the last cycle, so the indication is still going to be there until it recycles. So I will show you. Also, a tip. Okay, so I was coming up to the furnace, I guess because I had to, because I just recently changed my thermostat and blah blah blah. There's a video on it before, but basically I was up here recently and I actually saw the fire burning orange. Now that should have told me, just as a quick tip, the gas burns blue. So if you see your furnace and it's burning orange and your flame sensor didn't come on yet, it will eventually, because like on your stove, when you light the pilot heads, it should be a blue gas. If something is in it, like oil, food, I don't know, even if you burn a Q-tip, the flame will turn orange. That's why fire is orange. But when we light these gas pilots, it really should be a blue flame. So I'll show you in a minute. This is not what I'm talking about. That's just the lighter to start like the whole process. Again, I'm not a technician, so I really don't know what I'm talking about. But just as a tip, you'll see that like right now, it's going to turn blue, a nice blue. So I know that it was going to complete the heating. So right now it should look blue. Yours should look blue. If there's orange in there, you're going to have to clean something out because it's burning something. Hopefully someone understood what I was talking about. If not, it's okay. Just make sure you don't kill yourself. Clean up the pile with something safe, non-flammable, and this should basically be the majority of people's problems. It worked for me. I was super happy because again, I was like basically having an anxiety attack. I don't know anything about furnaces or what I'm doing, and I'm going up in the attic. I didn't want to trip and fall through the roof and blah blah blah, but it basically worked. So hopefully this works for you. If it does, leave a comment, like this video, and subscribe.